Welcome. Are you feeling deja vu, chat? Because it's happening again. I really wish I knew what was going on. Right now, it says I'm losing about half of my frames. Here's the thing. I feel like there is just switching to Twitch is just kind of sidestepping the problem, right? And I feel like I need to do something about it. Or at the very least, if I can isolate without doubt that the problem is, say, YouTube's server or my connection to its server, then I would probably be okay. In the sense that, hey, I can, bring up some noise about it or something, saying that, hey, is absolute garbage at the moment. But right now, that is not something I can completely isolate. At least not without, great effort and probably killing this particular stream in the process. Because it's going to entail a lot of turning the stream off, turning it on again. Which is not going to be fun for anyone. It's going to be different rooms. It's going to be different everything, really. Like, I'm going to do some test streams. I feel like at first I thought maybe it's just a recurring network problem, right? But it's not, at least not in the same way that it was, because let's take, for example, last week, right? Wednesday, I had this very issue. And I'm like, okay, cool, that sucked. Maybe it's just the internet today. So I went ahead and changed, well, I didn't really change anything. I'm just like, okay, I'll just stream what I can. And then tomorrow, let's try again. And Thursday and Friday, everything was fine. There were no issues on that Thursday and Friday stream, right? And Twitch hasn't had this kind of issue either, at least as far as I can tell. There hasn't been a problem with streaming to Twitch. YouTube, on the other hand, has been showing signs that my connection to the server is, to put it delicately, a steaming pile of horseshit. And I'm staring right now into my OBS, and I stare intently at my dropped frames due to network. Hello, Mask. You'll have to excuse the rather poor stream quality and some issues. Is it possible for you to change your output resolution without killing the stream? Right now my stream resolution is at 1080p. Right. I stopped trying to stream at 4K ever since we had that issue some time ago. Right? And at that rate, I should not be having any issues streaming at 1080. Exactly, Mask. So unfortunately, I am staring straight into the abyss that is OBS's or YouTube's or my internet soul, and I see nothing. I see the absolute void that lays beneath the surface. And I see, peering from within the abyss itself, a red set of numbers that hovers at around 50%, revealing to me that of the frames that I am sending are even reaching YouTube at this very moment. And that makes me very, very unhappy. I'm not asking for much, YouTuber, in the infinite cosmos that is responsible for this egregious inconvenience upon my existence. At this point, to say that I am displeased would be a vast understatement. To say that I am seething and frothing at the mouth with a most righteous fury that even Ares, the god of war himself, would buckle and hesitate would be an absolute understatement. You see, all I ask of the internet gods is to be able to chat with you guys, to play guys. It's not much to ask. I do not think that I am demanding all that much. I am not demanding that cities bow at my feet or that civilizations fall at my heels. It's not much. It's just a stable connection to be able to talk with all of you and have a good time. To just sit down, pick up classic from the Nintendo 6 days. You see, Mask, there's the thing. I do not have the how do I phrase this? I do not feel it fruitful for me to take out any such frustrations on hardware that I have gone out of my way to acquire. You see, it is absolutely counterproductive and does very little, if anything at all, to resolve the core of my problems. I am a person that likes to, well, I'm a person who values my time and my efforts. I do not exert as much effort into things that I feel are ultimately a fruitless labor. So something like punching my screen in an act of frustration against a system that is ultimately broken is not something I would like to waste my time and effort on. And of course, that is just a personal preference. How one would like to spend their time and effort is an absolutely personal choice. Now, what I would like to say with that is that the course of action that I would like to take is in a completely different direction. You see, if my current problems, if what currently ails me at this very moment in time were to be personified into a singular individual, and this individual that embodied all of my problems and frustrations at that moment had a face and the balls very, very hard. That would be a much more use of my time and efforts. Alas, that is not the current situation. My problems and frustrations are currently not anthropomorphic. They have condensed and given form that I can act a righteous, furious, violent, sad. So instead, what I'm going to do is think of a course of action we can perhaps all agree upon would be a very much more fruitful use of whatever time we have. So, there was a bit of hope yesterday after struggling with the being an absolute ass butt. Stabilized when we set the bit to what YouTube was recommending as 4,500. After a while, how that happened after we struggled for about an hour, maybe an hour and a half. It is not my intention to have to go through the same loop of terrible internet, poor resolution, and an absolute disgraceful quality. You all deserve better. And I would upon you to demand better. because that is what you deserve. You all deserve high quality entertainment, very best that I and my disposal can give. I have failed you. My tools have failed you. And I refuse to simply die as that continues to happen. So, I am thinking that what will happen are going to end the stream, and I will make the effort to several configurations into, or perhaps maybe just unlisted stream, right? And I will try to root out the very problem of the stream. And so it is with a heavy heart I would like to bid you all a farewell. At least until we can root out the source of these problems. Because this quality is and is certainly not what I impose upon all of you. And with that, I would very much like to wish you all a wonderful night, day, and I hope that you have an absolutely and that I will hopefully tomorrow in much better circumstances. Goodbye.